Welcome back to Fallout 76, everyone. Alright, I need to figure out where in the hell I am at. We are right next to Raleigh Clay's bunker. This is in the Free States area, and I seem to remember we read through all of his data, and we have to go find... Okay. We have to go find some heating coils. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure if there's anything else we need to do. But I think that's it. Let me look at my quest log really quick, because we got a lot of things popping up here. So, bucket list. All these dailies can go away for now. I don't know why they keep popping up all the time. It's like they want you to do them. Defiance has fallen. That's part of the Brotherhood of Steel quest line, too. I'm excited about doing that one, but we are not going to do that one right now. We're going to keep pushing forward with the early warnings. I don't like the looks of where I'm at right now. I really don't. Let's see. You know, his bunker, it says his bunker's around here. This must be his bunker right here. I was gonna say, oh. Wasn't there something else that we needed to do in the quest log? Let me look really quick. I could have swore it was like... We had to pick up, like the wood. Not the wood, but the, Christ, I can't remember what it was called. There was like armor that you could craft. And I don't remember like being able to get it. I feel like it was, like kind of glitched last time I was trying to do it. Read the note. Let's see. Yeah, I don't seem to have it in here. And if I remember right, let me look in the items, but I don't think we have it. Actually, would it be in the notes? Probably would be in the plans, but I guess we didn't make it or something. Okay, well, we need to go. We need to go this way. We're gonna, I think. Let's see. Ames's bunker. I feel like I'm just gonna follow the road back up north to get to that one. I don't really have like a better way to kind of get there, so that is what we are going to do. What is this? Okay, that was something we can grab. Now we'll just be a little careful on the road sometimes. There are some nasty critters along this road. You would think like the road would be a safe place to travel, but no. Between raiders, blood eagles, sheep squatches, you know, who knows? Hermit crabs. That I think that was what we had last time, the albino hermit crab. So we'll just kind of be careful. Ooh, speaking of which, we have an injured super mutant. I think his whole party got attacked by a sheep squatch. It's pretty interesting. This happened to me last time too. Let's go ahead and just take him out. Okay. I wonder if these guys have anything. Mysterious quill. I don't remember. I don't know. Oh, that's what it like shoots. I think that's like a projectile that it has, if I recall. Was this guy have a mysterious quill too? He does. See? Okay, let's go ahead and we'll be very careful. It looks like I need some water. Let me let's go ahead and drink some water, and we can eat some food too. Let's see, let's go ahead and eat those. The Danny Boy apples. Try to eat these things that we don't need anymore. Mac and cheese. The spoiled meat. I kind of don't want to eat that, but let's see. Let's go ahead and drink the water. There we go. All right. Okay, we are getting... It looks like there's another bunker over here, too. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. But there's a bunker over here. See, I see it on the map, though. We need to go... Is this the way we need to go right here? Yeah, we need to go this way. Yeah, there's super mutants, I think, in there, if I recall correctly. Why would there be mannequins on that bus? A school bus, mind you. I have no idea. Okay. Crouching. I shouldn't need to crouch. At least right here, anyways. So I'm using the lever rifle, and for those of you who had watched the most recent episode of Fallout, episode 4, Lucy was using one of the lever rifles in that episode. I thought it was pretty cool. Pretty neat to see some of the various kind of weapons like show up in there. You know, one of the things I think they got to be able to find a good balance when they do this, but we could probably start making our way this way, I think. That seemed to be like a good road to get to her bunker, but okay. I think they need to find a good balance, because I feel like if they overdo I don't want to say it, not overdo. Like, it's really nice and refreshing to see how much attention to detail with some of the props, settings, and different things like that, you know? But sometimes I feel like I don't want them to go out of their way as a cultist to be like doing scenes for props just for the sake of doing props, you know? Like, it's kind of nice when it's subtle instead of just like jammed right in your face. But so far, I've been enjoying the episodes. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that what they did. I just noticed like that they've been doing a lot of them. You know. Hey, Water, how you doing tonight, man? You know, one of the things I kind of wonder too is like they had like the kings in this most recent episode, and it gives us a little bit of a clue about some things, but, you know, I also kind of wonder, like, why go through the effort just to do that when, you know, was it more fan service, or was it, like, was there a reason for it, you know? Anyways, so just things I think about. All right, let's see, this is a my stash box. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and go into Ella Ames's bunker. Why do I hear like someone walking around me? You're out of the hospital now, man. Okay, glad to hear. Hopefully you're feeling a lot better, I take it. What do we got here? A sensor module. Now we're here looking for heating coils. Let's go ahead and see if we can scrap stuff. Ah, interesting. I thought we'd be able to scrap spoiled stuff here to be able to make things out of it. Maybe we have to craft actually instead of scrapping. Let me see what we can do here. Raw fertilizer. So we take the spoiled meat and then we can make fertilizer. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just make all of them. Same thing with the vegetables. Okay. And we got... Wow, we got a lot of like lead and stuff. Oh, but I needed the acid to be able to make the ore. Yeah. I think, you know what, I'm going to kind of save this for now because I don't know if there's going to be certain ore types that we're going to want. Like the black titanium, like that's what I had needed beforehand when I was making the power armor suit that we have. Let's see. Gunpowder. Oh, that requires acid too. Now we'll just go ahead and... What can you do with boiled water? Oh, you take a dirty water and you can make it. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's go inside the bunker and see what we can find in here. This one clearly didn't seem like it withstood the damage as well as the other places did. The radio's on in here. That's kind of creepy. There it is. Okay, let's turn that off and see what we can see in here. It's kind of dark, so I'm going to keep the light on just so we can see a bit easier. All right, we got more brain fungus growing. Let's see. I did see a holotape back over. None of these people wash their dishes, man. Look at like 5, 8 bowls all piled up. I did see a holotape. Let me go ahead and look at that really quick. Where did I see that? I saw that over here. Okay, so we have Ella's log, the mire. I wonder, could this be... Let's see. I wonder if that's Ella, maybe her husband, and then I wonder if this is like a grandma or like a mom, and this is, I don't know who that would be. Interesting. There's not, I mean, there are pictures in the game, like we've seen a few of them, right? Like in the beginning when we were learning about the responders, we had found one there. I know later on there's definitely one of Lieutenant Taggarty from the Brotherhood of Steel, but oh, and then when we were over in what's her name? Abby's bunker, she also had a picture which I think was her and her brother. It's kind of neat to be able to like put a face to the name, you know. Let's see, am I gonna run into any monsters in here? Oh, look, there's there's little gobbledygooks growing out of the trash. Okay, let's see, glowing fungus. Yeah, glowing fungus growing out of your floor. That would be a little weird, wouldn't it? Let's see, what do we got inside here? Okay, it looks like we got the laundry room here. I don't see any notes or holotapes. We just have the one holotape. We'll come back and listen to that here in a second. Aha, we got some more stuff over here. Wait a minute. Didn't I see? Oh, maybe it's just the way the light was reflecting off that. I thought there was a holotape right over here. Looks like we had no more IOUs. What's it say? Charles Owen Walker. I better not see one more IOU from you around this bunker. You may be a grown-ass man, but I will tan your hide if I have to. Mrs. Ames. Also known as your elder, who you damn well better respect. Yeah. She left a note right on his bed. Okay. Any notes? Let's see. What do we got up there? Nothing up there. Okay, so no more notes. Just pretty much that one. So what is the story with Mrs. Ames? I feel like the way that light was hitting off there, it almost looked like there was like something inside it. No notes in here. Okay. So that pretty much did this whole area over here. We already looked in the bathroom, and then there's this section over here. Okay, this is where the generator and stuff's at. Holy moly, what's she got in here? She got an auto dock? Wow, what? A scorched mole rats, huh? Looks like somebody was doing some experimenting, I would see. It looks like she was a... Oh, wow, look at that. That is hidden back in there, huh? Nira's confession. Like, you have to kind of, like, look for that one. They didn't try to, like, super hide it, but it's, like, just not right out in the open, you know? There's Ella's terminal right there. We'll read that in a second. What else do we got inside here? Yeah, that looks like an auto dock. If I, you know. Okay. No, we don't want to use Stimpack. Let's just go ahead and take it. Okay, not much else over here besides that holotape, and we got the terminal we'll be able to look at. What do we got inside here? Okay, this is where the heating coils are at right here. And let us go ahead and grab these. Okay, so we got that one. So now we got to find the other one, the other location. All right, now that I had found what we needed to. Is that a note right there? It is. I owe you whiskey. I owe you 1 bottle of whiskey. I wonder how many IOUs he left her. Here you go. IOU smokes. 1 pack of smokes. This place, it doesn't really exactly remind me of it, but in Fallout New Vegas, there was a section up in, is it called Bald Mountain or Black Mountain? I don't remember exactly the name. I remember it kind of being like in the middle of the map somewhere, but anyways, you go up there and you find some nightkin. That's not the surprise though. There's like this little area you walk into, and it's like a, I'm just gonna call it like a storage room or something like that. And there's like 5 hidden objects that you need to be able to find or something. I can't remember exactly what it was that you had to find. You had to find something. I think it was oh man, I don't remember. There's 5 objects or something you had to find, and some of them were hidden like very well. I don't think I actually found all of them. I think I found like 4 out of the 5 or something like that. But it was pretty tough. All right, let's go ahead and read the terminal. Let's see what we got here. Research studies. Do no harm, but take no shit. That's what she has up there as her motto. Disclaimer: all theories here should be taken with a bucket load of salt. I may have a PhD in medical science and an honorary mention in the world of holistics thanks to my mama, but given the current state of things, I'd hardly call myself an expert. Rad shield. We got it checkpointed somehow. Like my granny always said, the forest provides. I found some fascinating research by the original folks from Vault 94. Did we go? We did go into Vault 94. That's where the places where like the plants had taken over, and they had a Gek. And that was also, if I remember right, Vault 94 was the vault that had been set up for the church. Trying to remember who it was. It was was it a bishop or something like that, and then their followers. I wish I could like find. I mean I didn't search like very 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 thoroughly, but like I think we had found something about like the experiment that was in Vault 94, but I wanna say that they were maybe trying to test. Oh, I remember what it was. Okay. So they probably, and it wasn't exactly stated, but I think they wanted to test like a control society of like followers, you know, and then it was supposed to open a year after they got in there. And then they were gonna like welcome, like see how they probably welcome new people in. I almost kind of wonder if it was intentional, them having to leave people outside, because that was something that we read in like some of the terminal notes. Anyways, all that being said, here we go. Here is some of the connection with Vault 94. So, fascinating research from the original folks from Vault 94. God rest their souls. From what I gather, they were using flowers from red vine to protect against radiation. I'm pretty sure that they're talking about the stranglers that we're infested with today. I transferred my research files onto a holo just to be sure that I got all my ducks in a row when I show this to Raleigh. He's gonna flip. But now for an even bigger challenge. Getting there in one piece, I'm taking Randy's shotgun in hopes that he'll look after me. If you come across a mangled little body, it's probably yours truly. Just quit your crying and get that holotape to Raleigh. Okay. Scorched. Information gathered on a scorched and scorched beast since Harper's Ferry was lost. Radiation signature. From a series of tests, it appears that the scorched emit a unique radiation signature. The emission is weak, so unlike some of the highly radioactive counterparts of some of the creatures in the area, They can't harm you by being in close proximity unless you're in arm's reach, or if they've got a gun on you. So they're radioactive, but just not like enough to actually do radioactive harm like some of the other creatures. I kind of wonder what kind of creatures they mention. The ones that come like off the top of my head, not like ghouls directly, but like glowing ones. I think I think like glowing creatures of some sort do like radiation damage or something. Okay. I'm hoping Mirage can do something with this information. Maybe he can rig up some sort of device that can warn us if it picks up the signature. And that gets us to why we're probably doing what we're doing now. Group recognition. So we already know the scorched disease can affect any living creature, anything from mole rats to humans. It doesn't discriminate. At Harper's Ferry, we observed a combination of scorched beast and scorched, attacking side by side. And since then, we've always seen the other scorched creatures that seem to acknowledge the other is inflicted with the same disease. It's questionable whether they're working together, or if they simply just recognize that they aren't enemies. Could this be more of a parasite than a disease? Maybe even something a bit more advanced like a collective intelligence? I think that's what we understand to be like kind of like a hive mind. Scorched beast. The scorched beasts have definitely won the title of apex predator in Appalachia. There's no doubt that they've evolved from some species of bat, which makes them quite fascinating creatures due to their size. I like to think that it was one of those cute pygmy bats that we always used to chase out of the caves when I was little. Daddy always said that they'd have their revenge. I'm not about to pull off any DNA testing in this lab, so all I can do is theorize. But assuming that they retain bat-like qualities, it's at least worth a shot to see if we can use some sort of high-pitched frequencies to confuse the hell out of them. Okay. Disease is work in progress. Reminder, add information regarding the following diseases once you manage to get some proper rest. So sludge worms, glowing pustules, and bone worms, but she doesn't have any information about it. Okay. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. I think shit. Journal, here we go. Okay. The fun and exciting thoughts of Ella Ames. Harper's Ferry. We're back from Harper's Ferry. It did not go as planned. We put up a good fight, but Mother Nature's truly trying to reclaim what she's lost. With a little evolutionary help from mankind's meddling, I'm sure. The sheer devastation of that town in what felt like the blink of an eye is heartbreaking. We weren't ready for that kind of attack from the manner of creature. We only heard the stories, but now we know. The threat is real. I ran to a scorched beast, right? Raleigh wasn't about to let us try and pick up the pieces, not after the wounded succumb to whatever the scorched disease is. So now we're back, and I pray to God that we can find a way to fight this. Alright, us versus them. I talked to Raleigh today about making contacts with the responders. I sure could benefit from their expertise with all the scorched research, and of course he refused, saying that we don't have the resources right now to help anyone but ourselves. From a logical standpoint, it's true. We have nothing to spare after our efforts at Harper's Ferry, and I understand why we're back. We need to figure this out to survive, and it'll benefit more than us with all said and done. Alright, Jacob. Who's Jacob? Jacob offered to go on a little flower hunt for me. He swore up and down that he could identify red clover and passion flowers like the back of his hand. You'd think that he was a kid going flower picking for his mama. He seemed so excited. Of course, it's been a while now and he hasn't returned. I never should have let him go, or at least gone with him. Thank God Charlie volunteered to go look for him, even though he refused to let me go with him. Sounded like Jacob probably had a crush, but yeah, obviously he probably didn't make it. And it sounded like she asked him, or she was talking to him about like the flowers, probably the red flowers that are associated with the vine structure that she was talking about earlier, I think. Okay, let's see, secrets. I saw Niraj today, doctor to patient. After many discussion on family history and symptoms, we both believe he's an early stage of Parkinson's. Obviously, there's no way to know. Of course, he made me swear not to tell anyone, just another secret in the back of my head. Jesus. Raleigh would kill me if he knew. First, his best friend, and now Niraj. All he needs is for Eddie to come crawling to me with cancer next. Eddie. I don't know if we met Eddie. I can't remember. Not met, like, in the game yet, just yet, but trying to, like, remember who that character was. Okay, free state notifications. Did we read these? I think we did. We did. Okay. It's like Raleigh sending it out to like the Free States distro list or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to this holotape here. This is Niraj's confession.
To my dearest Abigail and Calvin, I've instructed Ella to give you this holotape on the event of my death. Please don't blame anything you're about to hear on her. These are my wishes. Ella has respected them, and I expect you to as well. I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's. I've still got plenty of time to live a normal life. Well, as normal as can be expected. But the time will come where my health will deteriorate, and I can no longer care for myself. I love you both tremendously, and you know that, but I will not be a burden to you, my children, especially in these dark times. If everything has gone according to plan, hopefully my death has meant something. Please understand why I chose not to tell you. Abby, you are smart enough to see our work through till the end. Calvin, you're turning into such a fine young man. Your mother would have been proud, but not as proud as me. You two, take care of each other. You're going to make it through this. I know it.
That's Abby's dad, but it sounded like he wanted to get that to them, but it doesn't look like it ever made it there. And he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Okay, and then there was another one like over here somewhere. Let's listen to this one right here. This is Ella's log, the mire.
July 15th, 2079. Wow. Who would have thought a little radiation would turn this world upside down? We were down in those bunkers for what? A couple of years? There's no way radiation did all this all by itself in that amount of time. I mean, first off, this place is crawling with those orange red vines, the likes of which there is no precedent for. I saw a toad that wouldn't even fit in a bathtub. A 12-point with 2 heads. Be still my heart. And insects, oh, you don't even want to know about. I've started taking samples for analysis. Hopefully the plants can still be used for some good old holistic treatments. Raleigh's getting to work on a series of tests for the water and soil. I don't know. I guess we can count ourselves lucky the air is breathable. But this place, I grew up here, and I barely recognize it. There's no way we were prepared for this. Toxicity levels, slight mutations, yes, but I'm telling you, Darwin would lose his mind out here.
You know, it's kind of interesting because I feel like I would expect changes to take a long time to happen. I think maybe with radiation. So she was talking about, like, you know, the amount of change that creatures have gone through in just a span of a few years, you know, and then the environmental effects that we're seeing outside, like, obviously. From listening to the holotapes and like reading some of the terminals, this place never used to look like the way it does right now. So, and I don't remember if we get like complete closure as to how or why, outside of just, you know, they're blaming it on radiation. You know, that it did what it did. We'll learn a little bit more about it. I think we're going to be able to have a side mission that's going to allow us to go and see more of that. I'm trying to just make sure I'm not missing anything else. Okay, there was that. there wasn't anything in here, right? We already looked in all the rooms. Okay. I think we got what we needed to out of L. Ames's bunker. Just give him one last final sweep. Was there any more IOUs? I thought that was a note right there. Well, she was like complaining about the IOUs, but it didn't seem like he left like a lot, you know? There was like 2 of them that we found. IOU, a pack of smokes. Like, where's he gonna get a pack of smokes from? Is he gonna steal from somebody else? Okay. So now we need to go find one more heating coil. Oh shit. You guys scared the crap out of me. Okay. Water, you said these small quests are quite intriguing to you. Is it like kind of like the background? Like the lore, or just complete Ella Ames's research on Rad Shield? So there it says find Ella's research, and then we can see where it's at. So here's the thing. Here's what I really like about this stuff. If I'm a vault dweller and I come out of the vault, I would be very, very curious as to the state of the world, like what it was, right? I don't have any other idea about the world that was before the vault, you know, before the before times. And so as I come out of the vault, like I would want to learn about like what happened, what areas are, what things were, who people were, the stories. You know, you kind of get a sense of like it's almost like anthropology work or something like that, but you're trying to get a sense of like what happened, you know. When we were in Flatwood, I think it was what it was called, the Flatwoods. there was a whole like series of notes from like the people that like survived there after, you know, after everything had all said and done, and kind of like the challenges they were going through and stuff. You know, they were trying to get like the responders set up and everything. What one thing I love about this game so much is like I love to be able to kind of like try to figure things out, and not necessarily all the time have like something like directly told you, like a story. Like some games are like that, where it's just kind of a story on rails, you know. I think Fallout 76 did a really, really good job with the world building, you know, between, you know, the responders, the fire breathers, the raiders, you got the free states, you got like the miners, you got all this stuff going on in this whole area, you know, and you could completely like kind of miss it or pass it by, but like if you know, there's enough small little attention to detail on like a lot of different things to like give you that if you want it, you know. And that's where I think that this game did particularly good, is with the world building. Okay, what's my stash weight at? 183. Let me look at something really quick. Oh man, dude, my stash box is already 1,100 pounds. Woo-wee. Oh, so much for saving space. I've barely been playing this game just a few months, and I already got like my whole stash box like completely. What in the world is going on here? My stash box is pretty heavy. I wonder if my game's like freezing. Risking waterborne disease? I wonder if these guys are fishing. It's kind of interesting that they're just like standing out there. This looks like a what is this? Oh, this must be like a gone fishing, like little temporary like setup that you can get, which is kind of nice. Okay. So we need to go. Let me look at something really fast. We need to go. Where am I at right now? We are where? Where's my marker? Oh, there we are. We're right here. Find Ella's research. Since that's kind of close by, we can go up there and look for it. That's like right up this way. Yeah, so apparently this never looked like the way it was. We got to be careful so we don't risk like a waterborne disease. I tell you what, man, this place is creepy as hell. I would not want to be caught walking around here at all. Oh my word. Just die already. Holy moly. I wonder if these are raiders or who's up here. Settlers, okay. These are friendly. Oh my goodness. Let's see, where are these Mirelurks at? Oh. Okay.
Never seen one of those things got my right shin with its
Settler's
claw.
reputation.
I might have lost my leg without your help.
Sure are popular lately.
Grab these plasma
Don't
grenades.
say it lightly.
Oh, what do we got over here? We got a safe. It says pre-war safe. Requires skill. I don't have enough skill for it. We could actually get enough skill for it. Let me see here.
Now that people have come back to this.
Oh, let's see. Oh, I got 3 levels up. I need to level up is what we need to do. Let's see this.
Now it's gonna be pouring down rain.
Is it in here? No. Where is
Don't like the
where
fog.
is
Just a mist makes it hard.
my lock picking at? Aha, here we go. So let's go ahead and take off concentrated fire for now, and we'll just put that back on.
Be setting up places like
There we
Foundation.
go, and then we should be able to get this here. There we go. Come on. Come on, we can open it. There we go. Alright, what do we got? A Stealth Boy Mark
Just about
III.
time to eat.
That's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and put the thing back on that we
Barrels
need.
don't get you, the rats will.
It was concentrated fire? I think that's what we had. Okay.
Don't like the fog. Even just a mist makes it harder to see.
What's happening?
Let's see. Not much, folks. Thank you for helping out with all these enemies. I hope you all stay safe. There's probably nothing that we need here. I was thinking it was maybe
I hope we can set up more settlements like Foundation.
have something.
I've
Okay.
got friends out there that didn't want to come.
Now that people have come back to this area.
Let me look at where I'm at right now. So we need to keep going north a bit. We need to go this way.
Not this.
Keep
Fix
an eye
that.
on. And we guys see like, you know, the fencing and kind of just, you know, like this this place definitely has gone through some environmental changes, but it's only been like 25 years so, which is kind of interesting, like how much change it's gone through in what I would consider a short time for big environmental changes. Okay. It looks like there's another bunker like over here somewhere. We're coming up close on the area that we need to go to. Let me turn off that light. That way I don't... You guys are always telling me like, oh, you're trying to sneak around, but you got the light completely on. It's just like, hey, I'm here. You know, a lot of times they do that for your all's sake, just to be able to make sure that we can see. We got blood bugs in here. Great. Blood bugs are nasty. Shit. Let me reload here. Okay. We're still cautioned. You can't. There's got to be more. There's one right there. I can see it right now. Okay. These things would be... I tell you what, giant mosquitoes about that size, I would flip. Oh, thought I saw something. There's another one in here somewhere, isn't there? There it is right there. Gross. Oh, the things that I wouldn't want to run into in the wasteland. There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't want to run into in the wasteland. Stingwings and blood bugs are up there. Let's see. Combat shotgun. We can take it. We can desynthesize it for mods, hopefully. I gotta be careful of my weight, too, because I'm starting to get up there. Oh, wow. You had a bobby pin on you? Okay. Wonder what's inside that stuff. I don't know. Alright, what do we have inside here? This one probably has nuclear waste to it. I hear one upstairs. Gotta be upstairs. Oh, God. Okay. Let me turn that off. And let me grab your little thing. Okay. Let's see. Oh. There's Ella Ames. He did not make it. Apparently. I wonder how long she's been dead for and how did she die here. I wonder if she got stung by some of the blood bugs. Did she leave a note? Did she leave anything that we can read? Federalist desk. Let's see. There's a mod right there. Radaway. Okay. Not seeing anything, so let's go ahead and see what she's got. She's got Ella's research. She's got a shotgun, a combat shotgun. Okay, Ella's research. Whoops. Find Ella's research. I want to read or listen to Ella's research. Where is it a holotape? Ella's research. Okay, please select an entry. Strangler feed. So we need irradiated bone meal. Deathclaw nests? She's funny. We're just going to go up into a deathclaw nest and make some irradiated bone meal. Chemicals to locate at Dire Chemical. We need nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Mix at Dire Chemical and flush into the river to permeate the swamp and get those pods blooming. See logs for more details. Don't hate me, but see tracking bone meal entry to locate. Tracking bone meal. Thanks to Niraj's absolutely amazing daughter, Abby, I now have a working bone meal tracker. That's right. All you interested parties, this lady's not impressed with your flowers or sweet talk. You got medical or technical expertise, I am yours. She set up a station that uses a radiation detection meter on the Pip-Boy, so all I need to do is just install it to get to work. And then I just need to polish up my Deathclaw slaying skills. Install the radio tracker. Alright, installation complete. Congratulations. You now have the ability to track down highly irradiated Deathclaw excrement, which Ella so lovingly calls bone meal. What is downstairs? For an exciting time, tune into your friendly radiation signature tracker station. Good luck and happy hunting. Okay. And then logs. Okay, flower power. I'm getting this show on the road because radiation is going to cure itself. To start, I'm working with purified water, antiseptic, and some fresh strangler pods. Almost lost my hand to a gulper getting these babies, but Randy shot him square in the face with the shotgun. So score 1 point for humanity. First test, I'm going to run with your typical boiled reduction of pods and see what shakes out. Results. It turns out the boiled reduction was a no-go with the podcast casing itself. That thing soaked up radiation like a sponge in seawater. I scooped out the innards and boiled them for about 30 minutes to get a good proper reduction. I've mixed in the antiseptic, and I'd say about a ratio about 3 to 2 to 1 right now, reduction, antiseptic, and water. I tested it on Charlie since he was going honey anyways. No adverse effects, but who knows? It's Charlie. He's not the brightest bulb, but at least he's easy on the eyes. Red shield. Well, wouldn't you know it, the first test worked, though not as well as I would have liked. Charlie said that the radiation in the water didn't seem to bother him, but I could tell from my readings that it wasn't as effective as it should have been. I'm willing to bet that it's because they haven't bloomed. This just means that I need to brainstorm a way to get these babies blooming. Some sort of fertilizer maybe, so time to get the old gears turning. Okay, and formulating fertilizer. I've been wrestling with this all night, but I think I've got a half-cocked plan that just might work. Dire Chem is not far, and I'm pretty sure that it's got what I need. I'm thinking that we go for a trifecta first: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, but it'll need a kicker. Radiation made these stranglers what they are today, so maybe it needs a little radioactive punch. This swamp's chock full of homemade radioactive bone meal, which could be just what the doctor ordered. Sure, the best place to find it may be in a deathclaw nest, but getting those flowers to bloom will be worth it. With a little help from Abby, I think that we may have a decent way to find some too. Now I just need to get the info to Raleigh so I can get a team together and see where this goes. Okay. Alright, and that's Ella's research. And so, poor Ella, she did not make it. This is her final resting spot with her little backpack. And, we'll thank her for all the hard work that she's done to try to get us to where we're at today. Alright, we are right. Where are we at? We are right here. Collect bone meal. Okay, it's not that far away, so we might as well go and check it out. I have no fear of Deathclaw, right? A little bit of fear. So we'll be careful. Should be this way. Okay, let's go ahead and turn off our light again. Especially if we have to sneak up on Mr. Deathclaw. Then we're going to want to definitely not be seen. Speaking of Deathclaw, I'm glad to see Fallout spoiler warning just for those who want to tune out, but I'm glad they finally showed one in the show. I have some thoughts, but it was interesting to see. Okay, let's see. What the hell are those? Ah, little radioactive frogs. They're red, but hopefully they're not hostile. Okay, we should be getting close to where these Deathclaw nests are at. Now. Okay. You know, I'm so used to save scumming this whenever I play like the other Fallout games, but I can't save scum this game. Yeah, I am desperately looking around right now to make sure. And I'm hitting my VATS button too, just to make sure, but I don't see... Okay, I don't think I see a Deathclaw, so we're gonna risk it for a biscuit. We're gonna head down there. The bad thing is like if I die, I'm gonna lose all my stuff. I'm gonna drop it, and then I'll have to come back here and try to get it. Hello, Cassandra. How you doing tonight? Happy Friday. I'm playing some 76. Right now, I am trying to sneak into a Deathclaw nesting area to recover some bone meal. Long story short, it's part of a scientific experiment that will help me, I think, help with some of the overgrowth in this area. Let's see, it's blood leaf. That's not what we're looking for. We are looking for bone meal. Probably won't be in here either. Let's see. I'm deathly afraid of running into a death claw, and I don't know where the nesting area is. It says we're inside the objective area. But I'm trying to be very, very cautious. The last death claw that we encountered in the wild was a bit frightening. Let's see, is this? Oh. Okay. So there's one, right over there. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies. Is there two? There's two. We got the Alpha Death Claw. Oh my god. It says collect bone meal. Listen to the radiation signature tuner tracker. Let me see if we can listen to that really quick. We're at 69%. 70%. Of course it would be over here. Well, that's just fine and dandy, isn't it? What do I have nearby that we could run to? We have Ella Ames's bunker. What weapons? What weapons do we have? I don't know about this one. Okay. It's the both of them scare me. The alpha one scares me a little worse. Dirty water. I don't need dirty water. Oh fuck me, man. This is too much. Oh shit. Okay. It is in there. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, man. There's got to be two of them, doesn't there? That's the matriarch, and that's the alpha. All right, let's do this really quick. I don't normally use stealth boys. Didn't I pick one up? Could have swore I did. I picked up like a stealth boy Mark III or something like that. Is it there it is right there. It says it works for 90 seconds. All right, here we go. Please, for the love of God, work. Oh my God. And just like that, we picked ourselves up some bone. Oh shit. Do they know? Do they know? Oh. We are just going to very carefully and quietly. We're hidden. We're hidden. Can they smell it? No, they can't. Mm-hmm. They couldn't possibly be onto me. Risking waterborne disease. We're still, yeah. All right. I think we're in the clear. Oh, buddy. Like, I rarely ever use stealth boys, but that worked out pretty good if I do say so myself. I think she had a workbench in here. I want to go in here and try to like scrap some stuff really quick, see if we can't like save up some free up some space. That was terrifying. Hey, Sage Operator is still in here. Hello, Sage Operator. How you doing? They were here a little bit ago when we were inside here. Let me... I see the radio has been turned back on. That's just a little bit creepy, isn't it? Let's see, where did they have a workbench at? If I remember correctly, it was right here. Alright, let's go ahead and scrap some stuff. Let's scrap all the junk first of all. And let's go ahead and scrap these 2 shotguns that we don't need. So let's scrap that one. And we got a drum magazine and a stabilized short barrel mod for our combat shotguns. Armor. Let's see, what do we have here? We can get rid of... Let's see if we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. And I picked up a power armor chassis. Interesting. Hazmat suit. That's probably worth holding on to for now. Okay. So we're at 182 now. Thought I heard something. Thought I really heard something in here. Probably Sage Operator. Hello? It's so dark in here. It almost looks like someone someone was trying to break in or something was going on with her bunker, you know? Oh, she's still there. Okay. Oh, what a lovely shot. Well, we don't want to upset the death claws. Are they still over there? I think they are. I can't tell if that's a death claw over there or not. I think we're not far. No, I think we're not close enough to be able to see it. It's probably a rock that's like right there. Okay. Oops, let me turn off that light. Alright, so where do we need to head to next? We are here, and we need to go over here to find a heating coil. Now, we do have a direct... We do have a direct thing we can port to there. Let's just go ahead and port to there. I know there's probably going to be like some kind of enemies here. You know, super mutants maybe or something. I don't know. We'll find out here in just a second. We'll be quiet. We'll be quiet. Sometimes they got mole rats. Sometimes they got, you know, super mutants. Oh. Hello? Has me on edge a little bit here. Let's see what. Aha, it is super mutants. Okay. Holy shit, that's a 3-star legendary. Alright, well, we got one. Oh, he's coming now. Okay, we got the Primus. He was a legendary, so he's gonna have something good on him. Now, where is the 3-star at? He's gonna be something we gotta watch out for. An anti-armor shish kebab, huh? What was that? What was that? Does it have a fat man? Just shooting mini nukes at me? Alright, let's... Oh, there he is right there. Dude, he has no idea. We're quite the sniper. Let's see, where? Aha. Oh, he's quite the sniper, too. Oh, I gotta reload. Got him. Alright, let's go see what he's got on him. Hopefully he has something good. A Hunter's Death Tambo. Man, I already have one of those. This one does damage to animals, 40% power attacking damage, and 3 luck. What's my other one do? Let me look at this really quick. Let's see, this one does 50. Oh, inspect. 50% damage to animals, 40% power attack damage, and then plus 3 luck. And then this one does what? 50% damage to animals. It's the same. Oh, this one gives plus 3 perception, though. Interesting. This thing's actually, like, pretty decent. It seems like it breaks pretty easy, but, oh. Did someone already come up here? Or is this a... Yeah, I think someone already came up here. Because this is already gone. It's like some of it's cleared out. We don't have to worry about it, at least anyways. No more enemies in here. What is this? Oh, it's a government supply requisition. We already got one of those. It's a heating coil. Alright, we completed the quest. So now we gotta craft upgraded motors. We leveled up again, didn't we? We're now level 53. I will take that disease cure. That is always useful to have around. I'm pretty sure I already looked at these ones. Yeah, I think if it's thought I heard something outside. I think if it's red, we've already got it. Okay. This is for the one quest that we have for Ella Ames. We need to go back to Abby's bunker to finish the rest of what we were doing. Now, there's not really a quick and simple, easy way to get there than teleport. We've already kind of looked at a lot of the stuff that's around here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick pit stop back to my camp. Actually, you know what? No, we don't need to go there right now. Let's go ahead and go back to Ella Ames, or Abby's bunker, I mean. And then we'll be able to craft the motors that we need to do. So... we don't run into any nasty creatures that are kind of out here. I remember one time in my first playthrough, I ran into a sheep squatch kind of around here, and I had to hightail it into Abby's bunker to try to get safe. It was pretty terrifying. Okay, but I don't see one around. I think we already listened to, yeah, we already listened to the Overseer's Cache and Nuka Cherry. Oh, is that a cigar? Let's see, we had 2 cigars. Let's go ahead and grab this stuff in here too. Requires terminal. You know, we already, let's see here. We already opened this up. Loan? Cave? Likeness of 2. Bear? Fuck. I got one more chance. Likeness of 2. Pale? Let's see. A. E. Pale. There we go. Alright, remote door control. Let's go ahead and open this. There we go. Let me just grab this here. I'm going to shut this door. We don't want anything following us. Okay. So let's go craft us some motors. Hey, Funky Ostrich, how you doing tonight, man? Happy Friday. It has been quite a while. I recently started picked up raiding again in Final Fantasy, temporarily until like the raiding just started. So it'll probably be about, it's probably gonna take about 3 months, to get through everything and make sure that we're, all farmed out and stuff. So that's gonna take up like my Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. Oh, a military ammo bag. Those are nice. Let's go ahead and grab that. That's got ballistic fibers in them. We need those. Now, where do I craft these at? Oh man, yeah, happy late holidays to you as well too. I had a pretty good time, thank you very much. It was great to have some time off and just, oh shit, man, that scared the crap out of me. Wasn't expecting that. It was great to have some time off and just kind of relax and rest and just kind of recharge, you know. And I hope you had a great holiday period too. Right, let's see, let's go ahead and craft us some fan motors, upgraded fan motors. I think they're under quest items, upgraded motor. We need 5 of these. Okay, now what's it say? Select motors. It says select motors upgraded at the scorch detection terminal. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm glad to hear that, man. Okay, we have motors upgraded. Accessing database files located, loading file.
If you're hearing this, it should mean you've got yourself 5 upgraded detector motors and 1 working uplink. Now for the fun part. First, you need to repair the damaged scorch detectors in the mire. Second, that communications uplink needs to be set up on the antenna at top of the world. You may or may not have encountered a lovely Miss Nanny there that goes by the name Rose. I programmed a holotape you want to give her along with the uplink. It explains how she can benefit from all this and get her to help us out. The only way we get that uplink set up is through that Miss Nanny. And finally, once you're done, you get to come all the way back here. Yep, that's right. We're not done yet.
I think that was it. Holotape for Rose. Says take the holotape to Rose and upgrade scorch detectors. Upgrade scorch detectors. Wouldn't you know it? They are all along this pathway. Oh, what's this one over here? Eviction notice. Ah, that's the... Oh, okay, that's a super mutant one. That one's actually a pretty hard one, I think. So there should be one right outside here, I think. Let's go look and see. Okay. I think there's like one like right outside here. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see, where is that scorch detection thing that we gotta install? This must be it right here. You know, you would feel like they'd want to have this up a little bit higher so it can actually like see or sense it, you know? And so I think the idea is we put the motors in here. It can like detect the unique signature of radiation that the scorched beasts or the scorched have. And if you notice, they kind of have them installed along the road here. And so this was kind of an early warning system that the Free States wanted to install to kind of like give them a bit of an extra edge against the threat, you know. And there's a lot of threats out there, but like I think what they were trying to paint in this game is that the Scorch was definitely, you know, the more challenging threat. All right. So, and then we have a side quest we picked up from Ella too that we can do. So, an organic solution. Ella believed combining nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium with the irradiated bone meal would produce a fertilizer that's strong enough to make the strangler pots bloom. I should look for those ingredients. Dire chemical. Dire chemical is a bit of a challenging area, so we will go there next time for sure. Bucket list, we'll do those as we continue on what we're doing right now. It's kind of nice. We'll be able to knock off like 2 things at once. Let's see. So the scorch detectors, that's what we're doing. And Defiance has fallen. We will do this one a bit later. This is Brotherhood of Steel. Okay. All right. I know this was a bit of a shorter episode today. I wanted to at least get about an hour in and kind of work on this, but this is where we're going to stop for today. So next time we will pick this up and we will continue working with the Free States and our efforts to learn a bit more about what they were working on regarding the Scorched and what we could is. Yes, I'm sorry, Cassandra. That's it. It's getting close to midnight. I wanted to get in at least a little bit of a stream tonight, but I know I apologize. I was not able to get on as early as I had wanted to today. So, that being said, hope you all have a wonderful evening. I should be able to get some more Fallout 2 and some more Oblivion this weekend. All right. You all have a great night. Take care.